What's up everyone, Mr. Shortridge here with your weekly ELA lesson. Before we get started, I did want to announce that we do have learning guides that have just been put out for the rest of the year, and so you can stop by one of the community locations and I'll post a link for all the areas in Memphis where you can pick one up. But this is a thick packet that you can go and pick up that will take you through the lessons for the rest of the year. So once again, I'll post a link for where you guys and your families can stop by to pick up learning guides to keep up with some of your work. Now let's get started with today's lesson. Before we do that, also, something I've been doing during my time in quarantine is, you guys know I love to exercise. That's not a picture of me, but that is how I feel when I exercise. I've also been eating a lot of food. I hope you guys have been eating your lunches and breakfasts just like normal, and of course I have been exercising. So post something in the comments to let me know what you guys have been doing during quarantine. Today, our lesson, we're going to be focusing on two standards. The first one is to help us use the text to answer questions about beaver homes. And secondly, we also are going to use details in the text to explain how they support the main idea of beaver homes. If you guys didn't get the hint already, we're going to be reading and learning about an animal and their home, and that animal is a beaver. Now, what I'm going to be reading from is in the packet, but I know that not everyone has had the chance to go and pick a packet up, so I will have a copy of the text right here. At this point, if you are very confident in your ability to read the text, you can pause or you can mute me, but I will read the text out loud so that way students who need some help can follow along with me as I read about beaver lodges. Beaver Lodges by Brian Davis. Do you know the saying, busy as a beaver? People say this because beavers are always working. These crafty creatures spend a lot of time building their homes. Beaver homes are called lodges. Lodges are found along streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes. Beavers build these homes from branches and rocks. They use mud to hold them together. When they can, beavers build their homes into the banks along the water. Other times, they need to make a safe spot first. To do this, they build a dam from logs, branches, and mud. They get the logs by gnawing at trees until they fall down. A dam is like a wall that blocks water from flowing. It then forms a pond. Once the dam is built, beavers can get to the business of building their lodge. That's right. Good job, everyone. Beaver lodges are shaped like a dome. I'm going to stop right there for a second. If you guys look over here, you'll actually see a picture of a beaver lodge. So it has this type of shape, and as you can see, it's made out of branches. They are usually about 10 feet high and 20 feet across. Most lodges have at least one underwater opening. To get inside, the beavers must swim underwater. These secret openings keep out unwanted predators. And for those of you who remember from science, a predator is an animal that is hunting another animal. That's right. Inside the beaver lodge are different rooms. There is an eating room and a nesting room. The floor of the lodge is built up out of the water. It is also made from rocks, branches, and mud. It is covered with plants and other soft materials. A family of beavers lives in a lodge. 2 parents and 2 sets of their offspring often live together. Now, what we're going to do next, in the next page of the packet, what we're going to be working on is answering a question, but also you guys are going to have the chance to come up with your own question from the text. That means you guys are going to be looking at what you just read and asking your own question. Now, as you guys are doing this, you're also going to be writing down the answer to your question in this column right here. And finally, a detail of where you found that part or that answer in the text. So you're going to have 3 different questions, or 2 of your own, and you're going to answer this one. We'll start by reading this one out loud. Read with me. What do beavers use to build their lodges? So you could write your answer right here and also tell where you found that in the text. For example, was it in paragraph 1, paragraph 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? After this, our second question says, what does a beaver lodge look like? Using key details from the text. So I know you guys probably don't have a neighbor that you can talk to because you guys are at home, probably by yourself, maybe with a family member, but you could talk with them and discuss what does the beaver home actually look like. And last but not least, if you guys can do some writing, your third question says, why are the beaver lodge openings underwater? Use key details from the text in your response. And use the space provided on the page to write your answer. If you guys don't have this page, you guys can just use binder paper. You can take a picture and send it to me. Also, you can leave a comment down in the comment section where you type out your answers as best as you can, and I can see them, or your teacher can see it if you guys are in another teacher's class, to see if you guys understood what to do. Now, I know sometimes some of these directions and questions can be a little bit challenging, so for students who are needing some help, here are some question examples and answers. You can also use the following page to check your work. So I know that some people may not want help, they just want to do it on their own, but that's fine. For those of you who do want some help, you can take a look at this page right here where I have given you guys my answer, where I found it, and an example of a question that I came up with. So I left a space so that way those of you who wanted to look at this page, you can write your own answer, and also you can use my examples for some help. Now here's some extra credit for those of you who want to do a home project. Build your own dam. No, actually it's not a dam, it's just a home, which the beaver was called a lodge. The dam was a wall that was used to protect, so cross that out, sorry everybody. And I want you to take a picture of what you used and also take a picture of the lodge and send it to me, and I'll give you guys a shout out in the next video. Here's an example. This is just a little lodge that I put together at my home. I used my couch, chair, and a blanket as my roof, and you guys can see that I'm just hanging out inside here, kind of like I'm a little beaver inside my lodge. So go ahead and send me a picture, or a teacher a picture, and I'll get you guys in the next video. And last but not least, here's my challenge to you also. If you guys can comment down on this video and just tell me something that you guys have been doing in quarantine while you've been at home. If we get 20 different comments from students at Berclair, I will cover my face with peanut butter and I'll post a video and a picture of it, but that's only if we get 20 different comments, once again telling me what you guys have been up to during this time in quarantine. Last but not least, if you guys are in my homeroom or Miss Wynn's, here's our final wrap up from last week's R.I.KID scores. Leah with a total time of 4 hours and 54 minutes. Jimena with 55 minutes. Hassan with 55 minutes. Kendall with 52. Ethan with 46. Freddie with 29. And Juliet with 28. I would love to see all of this filled up with as many students doing R.I.KIDs as possible. So if you guys know anyone on here, encourage them to get their R.I.KIDs minutes in, so that way you guys can continue to work and get better at your reading. That's it for this lesson. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember, you guys comment down in the comment section, And you can share this video with any of your friends who are at home. They don't even have to be Berclair students. They can just be people or other kids from the neighborhood that you guys want to watch and practice with. All right, check you guys later. Bye.